Hi, today I'm going to talk about something that I haven't shared publicly very much, and it's about runner's dystonia, which is a condition that I have. While I haven't been formally diagnosed, all of my symptoms seem to fit what I am learning from other people who have been diagnosed. What it is it's a movement disorder, and commonly it's found in people with Parkinson's. It's also found in musicians and in runners as well, where it's called focal dystonia, where it affects one part of the body, typically areas of repetitive use. And what I'm finding is it might be brought on after a significant injury. In my case, it was after an ankle injury. In fact, I broke my fibula some years ago. And for me, what happened was, when I first noticed that something was weird, was I had a sensation of falling when I was going down a hill, running down a hill, not walking, of course not driving, but running down a hill. And I just stopped and I walked down hills. Really not a solution to the problem. And then it started happening when I went up hills. And then it started happening all the time. And the sensation that I had was a feeling of I couldn't control my leg movement, like I was going to fall. And it was really disconcerting. And what I found is more and more, it was like a disembodied feeling when I would start to run, like I couldn't control my movements the way that my brain wasn't coordinated with my body, basically, and especially my left leg, where it presented the most. I called it my rogue, or I still call it my rogue left leg when it flares up. And this was probably, when it got more significant, it was about 4 or 5 years ago. So 2019, 2018, around then. And at that time, I still had dreams of racing, competing heavily, and it just didn't happen. I tried to get back, and this would flare up again, and not a pretty scene. And I went into a bit of a depression as well with this. What I did find was I backed off a lot. It didn't really change much. And some of the things that I did find helpful were more mind-body experiences. So meditation became a primary thing. Gentle movements, so really working through the back and making sure that I felt all the movements as I was moving through things, right side versus left side, and getting to the point where I felt equally through both sides. And if you have any sort of movement disorder, you'll know what I mean when I'm talking about this. Because what I recognized was I wasn't aware of the lack of range of motion and the lack of feeling, especially in that left ankle and the whole left leg. It started happening through the whole left leg. So really mindful movements when I was walking, when I was moving, and I did a lot of very gentle movements as well. What it brought me was the strong desire to heal myself, and so I embarked in many certifications, personal training, human movement specialist, a coach certification as well, and a variety of other things. Changed my diet significantly, completely gave up alcohol, changed my set of friends, I mean, everything. And ultimately, at the end of the day, what it brought me was gratitude for what I did have. Gratitude for what I did have. And a sense of compassion, knowing that we all suffer in some ways. You might not be able to see it in certain people, but there's always a sense of suffering in people, whether they recognize it or not. And so I hate to say that it was a good thing, but because it took away my joy of running. And but overall, as a person, I feel like it was a very good thing. Thanks for listening.